Hi guys, so what is inner engineering? What are the exercises that you learn in the inner engineering program? And what is it all about? I get asked this sometimes where people are wondering if inner engineering program is the right program for them. What are they learning in the program? And what are the next steps that they should take? And for me, inner engineering was the first program that I ever took in the space of yoga and meditation. For me, it was the starting point in 2010, which is already 8 years ago, pretty much exactly 8 years, a little less. And well, since then I kind of, stayed with it. I intensified it a much more. After 1 year of inner engineering, I moved to the ashram in India, where I stayed for 3 years. I did a teacher training there. I came back to Germany. I'm teaching yoga now here in Germany and Switzerland. And it all began with inner engineering. So what is it? I already spoke in another video how it changed my life. And you can find it on my channel if you look for it. It definitely transformed my life in many ways. Most importantly, it helped me to, start to look inside and to look for this sense of fulfillment and ease and joy within me instead of outside of me. And so for me, it's the most fundamental program, and I recommend it to anyone who is seriously interested in yoga and spirituality, meditation. And the program consists of, there's two formats. One is like an online part to it, and the live part, which is like 2 days where you learn a practice. And then there's like another format where you learn everything in the program itself, in the live program, which is 4 days. And so in inner engineering, Sadhguru teaches you a set of tools, first of all, that will empower you to experience life in a completely different way. And these are very specific, practical tools that you can apply in every moment of your life. So I would say there's two parts to it. One is like these practical tools that you actually use in your day-to-day life, in every moment. It's a way of looking at life and experience life in a completely different way. And the other aspect of it is a kriya, which is a practice, an inner energy process, where you actually do an exercise, and this exercise is working on your energy system. And in the program, Sadhguru is initiating you into this, because you might come to this video, thinking that I'll teach you like what the exercise is, but I want you to understand before you leave, and run away like, oh, he's not teaching it to me, why it's important that you learn it in the proper way. And I'll put a link later there where you can actually learn the first part to it, which are the tools, the day-to-day tools of inner engineering. You can learn them, and I put the link below. But I want you to understand that in yoga is not a knowledge, because there's so much stuff going on in the world. It's easy to lose track and to understand what is yoga really. Yoga is not something that you read in a book or that you learn from a video or from some person telling you about it. It's not knowledge in the way that you can soak it up with your intellect. Yoga is something much, much deeper. especially when we talk about Kriya Yoga, which works in the energy system. And this has to be transmitted in a completely different way, which I don't pretend to understand completely. I have experienced it, I have seen hundreds of people experience it, and I know it works that way. I don't know exactly how it works, but there's a much deeper sacred element to it that you can only experience in a live program with a guru, if you're fortunate enough to have one. So if you really want to go into it, you know, with the expectation that this program can actually transform your life, which it can, absolutely, I have seen it again and again, then, you know, you need to ask yourself this: are you willing to take those 2 to 4 days to actually invest them into you? Because if you're not willing to do that, then you might not be ready to actually transform your life. So these 5 practical tools which you learn, you can learn them in a program called Inner Engineering Online, okay? And I'll put the link below. It's not my program, it's Sadhguru's program, but you can learn from anywhere you are. And obviously there's a small fee, but don't think like it's like, you know, not worth it. It's worth 100 times that. But it's much more important that what you invest is you go through it with commitment. And if you apply it, then it can absolutely transform your life. So these are the 2 parts that make up the Inner Engineering program. And I put another link below where you can take a smaller step if you are not yet ready to take the full Inner Engineering program. You can start with a practice called Isha Kriya. And this you can actually learn online for free right now. I put the link below. And in it you also learn a Kriya. This is like slightly, you know, it's different from Shambhavi, which you learn in engineering, but it's still powerful. And that one you can learn online. And in it also you learn like one practical tool which you can use in your day-to-day life. Something that helps you to keep a certain distance between yourself and, you know, your body, which is ultimately the main goal of doing yoga, that this comes into your experience and you can keep that distance. So for me, Inner Engineering has completely transformed my life. I've seen many people who went through it, great results, and I hope that it will also allow you to transform your own life and take the time to invest in yourself, because how fortunate are we to come to this world as human beings. So I hope I see you again next week. Hit the like button if you like this video, leave a comment if you have any questions, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, because I'm submitting a new video every single week. So I see you next week. Bye guys.